got a baton in your pocket, or you just happy to see? Lock me up, arrest me, but make it sexy.
Lopez leaves the hospital with her baby when Gray informs her and Celina that the mastermind behind recent attacks may still be at large. Nolan, Tim, Harper, Bailey, and Lucy discuss potential suspects. A group of masterminds led by Taylor Boyd poses as Treasury officers at the Federal Reserve Bank, disable cameras, and kill the officers. Nolan discovers blood at the bank and encounters a gunman who is killed by Boyd to protect their plan. Gray, Nolan, and Harper pursue the men, but they escape. 6 weeks later, Nolan and Celina arrest a drunk driver. Aaron, back from the hospital, struggles with the aftermath of the attack. Tim and Harper have no new leads on the shooters. Nolan helps Bailey at home, and they meet a new neighbor planning a demolition during their wedding. Celina and Nolan find crucial evidence in the clown murder case. They use a suspect's phone to identify Boyd. The team intercepts the plane, but Nolan narrowly avoids danger. Lopez and Gray interrogate Boyd, who is uncooperative. Boyd is later shot and killed while being transported. Lucy and Tim argue about her detective exam and part ways upset. Aaron offers his family's oasis as a wedding venue. Episode 2. Nolan and Celina respond to a noise complaint, encountering a band and choir. Nolan walks away, leaving Celina to handle it. As Nolan and Bailey prepare for their wedding, Skip Tracer Randy and Pete's girlfriend Chastity offer help. Aaron struggles with trauma, receiving support from Gray's wife. Tim and Lucy continue their argument over her detective aspirations. Celina, now nicknamed Cleo, and Harper handle a case involving a dog that ingested narcotics. Oscar sues Nolan for negligence, with Monica as his lawyer. Randy pawns Bailey's wedding ring, prompting Lucy to seek Lopez's help to retrieve it from the hammer. Tim fights the hammer and retrieves the ring. Celina interrogates a suspect making heroin flower pots, but fails to get a confession. Bailey panics over missing flowers and the ring, but Chastity eventually finds the ring. Wedding preparations are chaotic, but Gray officiates when the minister cancels. Nolan and Bailey's wedding proceeds joyfully. Aaron confides in Celina about violent dreams, kissing her, but she pulls away. She later responds to a call from Seth, the heroin pot maker, but is kidnapped. LAPD rescues her after a tense confrontation. Episode 3. Nolan and Bailey's honeymoon starts poorly, with a disappointing villa shown by Raphael and Elise. Nolan distracts Bailey with the cameras he brought to capture memories. Lucy struggles with her detective exam due to Prim, despite Tim's encouragement. Aaron confides in his therapist about kissing Celina, attributing their bond to shared trauma. Aaron apologizes to Celina with a laptop gift. Smitty's unfocused help with Lucy's exam prep frustrates Tim, who worries about her well-being. Tim, Harper, and Gray confront Celina for meeting a CI alone. On the beach, Nolan and Bailey encounter a mysterious bandaged man. Their villa's sliding door is found open, and footage shows a man watching them sleep. Trapped with no ferry available, they install more cameras. At a store, Tim and Lucy handle a shoplifting suspect who vomits on Celina. Nolan and Bailey discover a body on the beach. Raphael explains it's due to the ocean's undertow. Concerned, Nolan contacts Harper and Lopez, who involve Gray and use Wesley's trust fund for the investigation. Episode 4. Aaron undergoes exposure therapy to prepare for returning to patrol. Lucy struggles with her detective exam results despite telling Tim she's fine. Gray assigns Tim to test Aaron in a challenging scenario. Nolan and Celina discover a woman's body in a park restroom, indicating a homicide by the pentagram killer. At Tyson's residence, Aaron is attacked by a woman scattering money. Celina accidentally broadcasts info about the killer, causing alarm. Harper and Lopez meet Cheryl's brother, and Aaron passes Tim's test by uncovering a financial scheme linked to Tyson. Nolan and Celina find a lead with Opal Jesper, who provides victims' licenses. Gray announces they will reveal the killer on TV. Lucy vents to Tim, who supports her. Gray informs Aaron of a prison death due to a delay. Conrad reveals he killed Cheryl to mislead investigators, but is shot. Jeff Budney shoots Lucy, but she survives and shoots him in self-defense. Tim supports Lucy in the hospital. Episode 5. After a night shift, Celina and Nolan return, exhausted, and Celina forgets about detained suspects. Tim gives Lucy a radio that once saved her life, but their moment is interrupted by Tamara and a mysterious call that concerns Lucy. Aaron flirts with his therapist at a bar, eventually giving her a ride home. Tim meets Mark Greer, who shares troubling news about Ray. Nolan, Celina, and Bailey respond to a call discovering 2 dead adults and a critically injured woman, with a young girl, Anna, hiding in a closet. Lucy worries as Tim discusses their vendetta against Ray with Mark. Nolan and Bailey consider taking Anna in temporarily. Tim and Mark confront Ray, who manipulates them with their secrets. Nolan and Bailey decide to watch Anna despite Bailey's past trauma. Aaron and Lucy discuss the ethical implications of his therapist dating him. Luna informs Nolan and Bailey of Anna's mother's death and asks them to care for Anna, which Bailey hesitantly agrees to. Aaron returns his therapist's jacket, questioning his perceptions. Tim convinces Mark not to kill Ray. Tim's secrecy upsets Lucy. Gray, Lopez, and Harper investigate the Hugh family deaths, suspecting a tenant. Bailey panics when Anna briefly goes missing. Nolan, Harper, and Lopez identify Rod as a suspect, leading to a shootout where Nolan captures Rod. Wesley tells Nolan his deposition is resolved. Bailey decides to foster Anna, but is saddened when Anna's uncle takes her. Aaron apologizes to his therapist, and Tim continues surveillance on Ray, anticipating more danger. Episode 6. Celina and Nolan notice a shop speeding past and realize it's Smitty's, which has been stolen. Bailey tells Nolan she wants a baby, and he is hesitant but open to discussion. Tamara informs Lucy she's moving out. Lucy seeks advice from Lopez about Tim, who advises trust. Tim confides in Lopez about Ray, revealing Ray is now a hired gun and his past lies to the government. Nolan and Celina help with a cleanup involving inmates, discovering an inmate escape and a possible connection to a gymnast's murder. Lopez investigates Ray's association with a diplomat. Harper and Aaron find the murdered gymnast, Karina Lewis. Nolan and Celina learn an inmate, Teresa, escaped due to personal turmoil. Ray discovers Tim and Lopez's surveillance and evades them. Tim tells Lopez about his past with Ray and his guilt over an airstrike that killed his squad members. Ray visits Lucy's home, alarming her. Nolan seeks Harper's advice about Bailey wanting a baby. Aaron gets new information about Karina's case. Nolan and Celina capture Teresa. Tim, Lucy, and Harper arrest Ray. Tim lies during interrogation to protect his job and others. Harper gathers evidence to arrest Ryan for Karina's murder. Nolan realizes having a child was the best part of his life and agrees to have a baby with Bailey. Tim breaks up with Lucy, struggling with his lies and guilt. Episode 7. Bailey discusses her baby-making schedule with Nolan during their commute, stressing him out with her meticulous planning. Nolan vents to Celina about the pressure. Tamara packs to move out, with Lucy offering her more time if needed. Tim, back on patrol after leaving Metro Division, prepares his office. Gray informs him that Dr. London will ride along to assess his performance. Reluctantly, Tim agrees. Smitty starts a betting pool on Tim and Lucy's breakup, upsetting Lucy when she finds it. Dr. London confronts Tim about his avoidant behavior. Gray rides with Lucy, responding to a domestic dispute that mirrors her situation with Tim. Nolan and Celina investigate a missing babysitter, Emma, with help from Lopez and Harper. They find leads pointing to a woman named Olivia. Dr. London suggests Tim's guilt over the breakup affects his work. Nolan and Celina visit Olivia's home, finding her mother uncooperative. Gray and Lucy find Emma's car at a rental house with suspicious evidence, suspecting Matthew, Emma's employer. Lucy shares her frustration about Tim with Gray. Tim learns from Dr. London that he's punishing himself for past mistakes. Nolan and Celina locate Emma, critically injured. The team fears for Olivia's safety, finding her fleeing from Matthew. Olivia claims Matthew planned to meet her, but Nolan and Celina find Matthew dead, suspecting Olivia lied. Olivia confesses to the killings out of jealousy, revealing she's pregnant with Matthew's baby. Nolan de-escalates and arrests her. Lucy demands Tim seek professional help for his issues. After Tamara moves out, Celina asks to move in with Lucy, who agrees. Gray tells Tim he's cleared for patrol, but Tim decides to continue seeing Dr. London. Bailey shares her concerns about conceiving, and Nolan reassures her of his support. Episode 8. Wesley is on the phone with Monica when a noise alerts her to a masked intruder. She shoots his feet and tackles him, deliberately injuring herself to avoid suspicion. Tim notices Mad Dog and Dr. London talking. Gray assigns Lucy to work with Celina for the day and warns Tim to resolve his issues or face reassignment. Nolan and Bailey visit a fertility clinic, but miss their appointment due to a commotion involving Eastern Front gang members. Smitty brings in a man who attacks a gang member, but is subdued by Nolan. Monica, anxious in the hospital, learns that Armand, a gang leader, has died, causing further trouble. A woman opens fire, but Nolan and Lucy neutralize her, causing Bailey to miss another appointment. Metro raids a mafia warehouse, resulting in injuries from an explosion. Aaron and Tim report a potential LAPD leak. Bailey and Nolan receive hopeful IVF news. They tail Armand's brother, leading to a shootout that Nolan handles with backup from Lopez, Harper, Celina, and Lucy. Monica threatens her attacker for information and follows through when he remains silent. She encounters Dr. London, who expresses regret over the deaths. Lopez and Harper question Monica, who denies involvement. Tim brings a heartfelt gift to Lucy, making her emotional. Mad Dog tells Tim he compromised the mission but can't reveal the informant before jumping off a building. Episode 9. Tim deals with the aftermath of Mad Dog's suicide. Gray questions him, and Tim suggests her Mad Dog mentioned is likely Dr. London. Nolan visits Celina and Lucy with coffee to check on their move. Monica hires security guards, avoids LAPD, and receives a call from a nervous Dr. London. Lopez and Harper suspect Monica of being a killer and share this with Gray, who tells them to gather evidence. Nolan helps Tim, who reveals information about Dr. London. Pearson and Dr. London plot to remove Tim, resulting in his administrative leave. At home, Wesley is visited by a mysterious man. Lopez and Harper interrogate Wesley's babysitter about her old boss, Christian Batista. She refuses to go undercover. Lucy comforts Tim and agrees to help Lopez and Harper. Gray assigns Nolan and Celina to investigate Dr. London. They involve Smitty, who reveals Dr. London's connections with many cops. Nolan discovers an uptick in failed police actions. Lucy goes undercover as a babysitter. Monica visits the precinct for information on her attacker. Nolan and Celina confront Dr. London, who calls someone after their visit. Monica seeks help from Oscar, who advises following the money. Lucy, babysitting at Christian's house, sees Monica. Pearson tries to stop Harper and Lopez, who are attacked, but find Headshot beaten up by Gundo's squad. Monica interrogates Headshot. Lucy informs Lopez and Harper about Monica's visit to Christian's house and doubts her cover. Dr. London requests a meeting with Nolan, who offers her immunity for cooperation. Monica tells Oscar that Eric Ramsey wants her dead, and Oscar offers help in exchange for assistance in his prison break. Episode 10. Pearson is shot while taking out his garbage, and his body is disposed of by a man in a van. Nolan suggests adoption to Bailey, who is depressed about not having kids. Nolan meets with Gray, Harper, and the FBI to seek their help. Wesley offers Dr. London a plea deal if she becomes an informant. As she leaves Wesley's house, Pearson's killers follow her. Celina shows the team a video of Monica meeting with Dr. London. Monica unsuccessfully tries to negotiate with Eric Ramsey to remove the bounty on her head. In jail, Oscar seeks Bailey's husband Jason's help to escape. Nolan tells Dr. London they need her to testify against Monica, and she reluctantly agrees, but is kidnapped by Pearson's killers. Oscar and Jason handle a task for Monica, trying to get information about Eric Ramsey. Gundo demands money from Monica to not kill her. Smitty warns Lucy that Monica is coming, and Lucy hides the children before Monica arrives. Wesley warns Monica's bodyguard about her. Monica tells Christian to send a hit team to a laundromat to deal with Gundo. Lucy overhears and alerts Lopez and the team, who prepare for the hit. Lopez goes undercover at the laundromat and gets shot, but her vest saves her. The team engages in a firefight, with Tim and Lucy apprehending an attacker. Nolan, Harper, and the FBI arrive in Argentina, discovering Monica and London are already there. Monica tells Dr. London she saved her from prison after she accidentally killed someone 3 years ago. Monica and Dr. London meet with Homestead, revealing Eric Ramsey's affair. Harper, Nolan, and the FBI watch the meeting unfold. Nolan and Harper team up to rescue Dr. London from the dangerous situation. Despite their successful intervention against the attackers accompanying Monica, Nolan is unexpectedly shot in the back during the rescue. However, they manage to save Dr. London just in time, narrowly avoiding further disaster when the FBI intervenes, stopping an assailant armed with a rocket. Back safely, the aftermath of the events unfolds at the station where Aaron processes Dr. London and Harper reveals that there is now a warrant out for Monica's arrest. Meanwhile, a reflective moment occurs between Tim and Lucy in an elevator where Tim expresses his gratitude towards Lucy for saving his life. Apologizing for past mistakes and promising to make amends, Bailey confronts Nolan, upset over him getting shot, highlighting the personal risks involved in their line of work. The episode ends on a cliffhanger, with Gray informing Nolan that Oscar and Jason have escaped from prison, setting the stage for future complications.
Thanks for watching, and remember to subscribe and ring that bell to be notified of our newest videos.